We had this beautiful retreat at Chinmaya Vibhooti. And for me, it felt like my work is done. Then, sure enough, we were playing this game there, saying, I am awareness, but, or I am consciousness, but, angle. It's usually after these retreats, after this strong immersion into the truth, that the mind comes up with the best doubts. Sometimes it can even seem like in our life situation, the most terrible things seem to be happening. But there is never a but. It is never ever I am awareness, but, and you can say something but which is valid. Because nothing has ever happened to awareness. Never happened. So if we did not have this power to believe, this power of pretense, then we would not even be able to enjoy this game like this, personally. So if at least nothing else, know that it is a game. You have seen this, all of you. That the most truth that can be spoken in Satsang is simply I am awareness. Ultimately, even that is not conveying the reality of. But what follows the but is never ever true. And I'm not asking you to believe this. You don't need to believe this. All we need to do is check. If I am the witnessing, what were you saying in the retreat? I am the one solitary witness. The one solitary witness, then what could ever have happened to me? So whatever is happening, if you feel that something is happening, find out who it is about. Who is it really about? Otherwise we keep going like this, on and on. Does awareness have a story? Then how can you have one? And immediately the mind will come, but. Then you'll say that, yes, but I have a dynamic aspect. I'm not just this primal witnessing, there's also this dynamic aspect called consciousness. Okay, so consciousness emerges, and the play of I am, all of this drama starts. So who are you trying to help? God? You're resolving things for who? Who is suffering? Awareness, we said, unconcerned, one solitary witness who stays cool through, through everything. Then consciousness comes into play. So all this game, all these doubts are whose? Do they belong to consciousness? So when we say that this is happening to me, and it's funny that for most of us that were in the retreat, I've already got a report that something is happening with me. This is the play. Who is this one? What we are really saying is that, yes, I see, I am awareness, and my dynamic functioning is consciousness, but still, can't you help the person in some way? The non-existent one. We still have some allegiance towards that. And who's doing all of this? Consciousness itself. The point is not to make any of you feel guilty, just to point out that this is the way the game plays. The magnetism, the attraction of our personal ideas seems so strong that we could be deeply immersed in the truth for a week, experientially, not just conceptually. And yet, something quickly comes back after that and says, but what about me? Who has ever been able to resolve things for this me? We feel like we'll come to some final resolution one day. We will come to a final dissolution maybe one day, but not a resolution. We've seen all the things everyone has tried. Relationships we tried, money we tried, healthy body we tried, search for freedom we tried. Resolved it for the me became satisfied, quiet, content. Just doesn't happen. You see, that is not the programming of this voice. This mind is not programmed to be done ever. It is only programmed for more and more and more. And it will sell you the message of more and more, sometimes saying almost there. Just almost there. Now, I'm coming to this truth of myself, but if I could also just do this part, because this part gets in the way of what? Of who? Yes, all that is okay for satsang. But my life, you see, my life, who? Who we refuse to answer? Does this mean that something must be renounced, that life must be renounced or something? No. But we can renounce the story, this false one, this idea, not to be found in the body, the person not to be found in the body. You can't surgically find this person, where is it? Not to be found in being, in consciousness, not to be found in the witness of all of this one awareness, not to be found in this realm outside. The only evidence of this one is circumstantial. We have some emails from that one, and they appear in our mind, the inbox of our mind. They come. Yes, this is left to do. Yes, yes. You're not free yet. You're almost there. We'll get there. This one is just the emails, the circumstantial evidence of the non-existent one. And we want to clear up this inbox. All of us have that nightmare in the corporate world, especially. The inbox doesn't get clear, so we're trying to clear this inbox. Doesn't happen. Mail comes, okay, just get to this much money, then I'll stop sending you email. I'll be happy. Doesn't happen. Just marry this one. No more email after that. Doesn't happen. I'm not even saying delete. I'm just saying don't open. And if you open, I'm saying don't believe. If the scamsters send you mail, Nigerian scamsters, earlier when they would send mails, people would always call me and say, is this real? Could it be real? How do you know it's not real? I could actually be getting this $1 million. I'm from a dead dictator in Nigeria. So you say, no, don't believe. Second time, some aunt that you never knew about passed away and you have an inheritance to claim that you're supposed to send some money. Don't believe that. After a few scams, it's done. But this scamster is so good, you see, at his job. So don't open the email from the mind. And even if you open it, don't believe it. Whatever the content might be, because you do not find the one that it is addressed to. There is no person here. Digest this today. This is my daily imploration. Can we not digest this? Because this is what we are seeing. We are not finding this one. Just because we have believed in an imaginary friend for so long, does it mean that it will become a perennial affliction? See, it is imaginary. Then give me a problem that doesn't belong to that imaginary one. Not a problem. See, the entire experience, spectrum of experiencing is not a problem for being. It is tasting the contrasting experiences and finding joy in that. I told you about the exercise we did once. I went to a lot of spiritual places. So in one advanced course, there was an exercise once. How pain can be experienced as pleasure. So it's a very simple experiment. You were asked to keep your hands up like this, like sideways, like half an hour, 45 minutes. And then it would start to pain. And then they said, you cannot put your hands down. Because if you put your hands down, then something there to scare you. Right? You'll never get rid of this cycle of birth and death or something, whatever leverage worked. And then you start to accept this pain. And you find that experientially, frequency-wise, there is not so much difference between pleasure and pain. And you can start looking at these things in the experience spectrum, in this frequency spectrum, and see that it's really for that which is truly here, In acceptance of this, even pain doesn't seem like a problem. Of course, you don't have to chase these kind of experience. Consciousness is creating enough for itself. So we find that even this we can use and see who is pain a problem for. Who is the one that says, oh, my life should not have this experience, it should only have that. And more than physical pain, I find this pain of other things, relationships. Whose relationship? We have long distance relationships sometimes. But the longest distance relationship is with the one that we can't even find. So let's break this relationship, the false relationship, and see whether other relationships can give trouble. It's funny that the person is not in this realm, and the reality of who you are is not in this realm. Both are not in this realm. Then how to make this realm seem juicy and important? Just by giving yourself this power of belief. You can attach to anything. Some are collecting old stamps, some are collecting anything, paper cups. You can attach to anything. Anything in this realm, once you start to say me, mine, and it aids our sense of specialness, you can attach to it. Cars, carpets, gadgets. You can attach to anything that appears in this realm, but not without the power of our belief. Not without the sense that there is an individual me that exists in this realm. There is no real you in this universe. The universe is in you.